Give a man a fish and feed him for a day, but teach a man to catch fish and feed him for a lifetime. Zambezi is home to a variety of marine species that include the Kariba bream and other fish species. Fish is not only a staple food to the Watonga people in Mbinga, it has become a source of employment, a business for some, guaranteed means to sustain livelihoods. To the Watonga, the lake is what a farm is to some, what a mine is to others, and what a factory could be to many a man. With the magnitude of the business activity on the Zambezi River, it is important that the government puts in place resource management, security, and conservation structures. The Zambezi River is under the jurisdiction of the Zimbabwe National Parks and Wildlife Management Authority.
Because of its size, it was declared a recreational parks in terms of Parks and Wildlife Act, Chapter 2014, and with this establishment, it means it's now a state land.
Fishing is not just fish. It is a great occasion if we may return to the fine simplicity of our forefathers. I'm with Mr. Melek Mdenda, one of the local fishermen in Mbinga. Mr. Melek Mdenda, Rabona machaba swibi ngiro awa. Angamla tubuzi yana kuti mubachabi.
Ya abaswi tubelefya emaneti. Omaneti itime njira yonga na njira A4 kumagogo. Dazogo zwakuseni kuma 6. Nga 1 hour ndi kulingula. Kandiro gwisi abaswi ndajana mbichana. Mane ngabe 6 o'clock kuseni kuonda chaisi.
Business yenu nji muchita iyabaswi. Muchabi ingibyeni.
Ya kucha ibaswi mu bwingi bwao bwasiyana mazuba mu kujata. Chimichindi ngwazojata 50 kg, chimichindi ngwazojata 45 ngabe abuseruka zya alozen amaneti utula amaingari byeni.
Gill netting is a well-established industry in Mbinga, monitored by the national parks.
We have got several kinds of fishing. We have got gill netting, which mostly target the breams and the tiger, catfish, and also for gill netters, we will not allow anyone to go in with a net which is less than a 3.5 inch. So you use an inch which is above that. And also these gill nets, there are some nylon gill nets which can damage the fish, so these are prohibited. We only allow the cotton nets, which when they get torn, they collapse in the lake. But with these nylon nets, your monofilaments, you find they won't collapse. They will continue fishing, doing what we call ghost fishing. And they also damage the fish, which is not allowed in terms of the act, and it can destroy the whole fishery.
Fishing with nets is for commercial purposes. Subsistence fishing is mostly done by rod and line. In Mbinga, fishing is not only a preserve for men. Women are actively involved in the fishing industry.
I'm vice chair at Mulonga Ngweso. Tataona cooperative mu 2012. So cooperative iri 7 banakazi 9 valo. Mbuli ndime kuside ndiramba kuti irandigwasika mukuinda mukubhadalira vana vachikolo mukula zizwato olongombe basibiri dobana basoka bali kuchekwa ulakwanisa viula mukuinda mu business nje twalombalo ko sibirileza watupa ichipo chipotu cha Zambezi River zafana kale kuti ni gold yes omuno mutupona tubayingi basi bala business ni abali mbuli gold kale empupa sene pe baso ya gold dokabali kuchekwa.
Rod and line fishing has its own set of rules and regulations.
And for the rod and line, we would allow someone to use a rod and line with less than 3 hooks, and we don't allow people to do the jigging, because if they do the jigging, they can damage the mouth of the fish. In terms of rod and line, people who will be coming from other places, if they are Zimbabweans, they pay $5. Foreigners, they pay $10. But for the people of Mbinga, because they've been affected by the construction of this dam, we only allow them to pay $1 per day.
After the fish are caught, they are taken home where they are gutted and cleaned.
Pamutenda, anaamula kuchitai.
Awa ndiro kufunda baswi mida kuti basambe bagwishwe matumbu bakabike mfiriji.
Oh.
Fish is gutted in different ways, depending on whether it will be refrigerated or dried.
Anezi zibanga ziri juridwe nzizi.
Ezi juridwe. Zezi ibasubanga bayomisigwa a oven. So ngatawa kwisya mangwa mpoto abapandura poto abika oven.
Oh.
Ichi kintu chitegwa ni oven nditu mpira baswi ngatwabika mpa wao ibanga bafundira ibusurogya bayume mpa wao nginganga ategwa ma dry.
Dried fish is convenient in rural areas where there are no refrigerators. Selling fish is a full-time business for these women and most fishermen around the district. The fish from the Zambezi River has built communities and sent children to school. At the end of the day, this Zambezi bream is sustaining livelihoods.
Amarira tukwase agu isya bana beji golo agwa kuti gakuri abu balance ya bujana kula chakulya wakuti bya kuti wendo botu ngazirisiene chakati bula majaja nga umumunyaga mula kozya bya kuti ba kwanisizeswa bo wasvitirira nga mwaga yakagawani rumu kako.
One of many harbors dotted along the Zambezi River, we want to explore the carpenter production industry.
A man who moves a mountain starts by carrying small stones. It is the small things in life that make big things happen. The small sardines in the Zambezi River may be smaller than the bream, but these small fish are what constitute the biggest industry in Mbinga. But how is this small wonder of Africa harvested?
Ubwato obu ngatwanjira mu manzi toya kujatisika ndiga mantemba ngatwabuska ibodi ahaba twanjira mu manzi twakusika tawala enka potawala enka time ni akwana 7 twabuska engine ya magesi twatanguna kutea tawala kazamba balaita magesi potwakala 2 hours nchionuna tabusika mantembezo
mujata imansi wonse kana kutanga mwajata mwavola po muchitabi yeniwo
usiku wonse tulakala after 2 hours panuna ngazamba keso tabusika mantembe yosika bukachi.
These small freshwater sardines are originally from Lake Tanganyika and are locally known as kapenta or matemba. Kapenta is usually dried in the sun or on a clean surface, preferably on rake nets or on polythene paper. Besides the kapenta, other types of fish can also be caught by the net as a bonus.
We are 7.5 kgs to buy Jack's Corner.
Jack's Corner. We that normally we fisherman.
Kapenta rig is a heavy-duty piece of machinery. A tractor on water. Floating factory on the river Zambezi. What constitutes this piece of machinery?
The vapor. Gilaita magesi kuti kube mulilo oita imantemba kuti abafu underwater light iberekera mu manzi titingatandika tatandika neti tatandika alayo light ndiye tamantemba ari mungaziga nditola mantemba kuneti kuti ategwe nitanuna ni nkomo ya neti yakona nitanuna kwaya mantemba nkomo ajinka nitanuna kado atikachira kuti tagwiske kwaduza chiveresika isikupaneti ndititekeskayo mantemba ni hydraulic itinakulayo mantemba then ni engine ndiya magesi yakona ikwena magesi amavepayo igwenya yakona likwenya ndera igwenya likwenya magesi nilaita wo nitavusia azao mabarasta nja underwater light aya 2 ngama vapor then aya ma switch ngiti beresika ku ma plug akona ama vapor.
After drying, kapenta is packaged in sacks or small plastic bags. A recent chemical composition analysis of kapenta by the National Food and Nutrition Commission of Zambia shows that dried kapenta is richer in nutrition than fresh kapenta. Kapenta fish is rich in protein, calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D, iron, and zinc. Besides the high nutritional value found in kapenta, this small fish has a very high economic value.
Kapenta industry no batsira chaizvo. Industry yakanaka chaizvo inokwanisa kutiraramisa muupenyu hwedu, inotiraramisa mhuri dzedu, inotiisa kuti tikwanise kumita ma daily needs edu, kuendesa vana kuzvikoro, business rakanaka chaizvo. Vazhinji chaivo, even we're talking of ma cooperatives aripo. That's how they're surviving. They are taking their kids to school. Vari kuendesa vana kuchikoro, vari kurarama, vari kuvaka dzimba, vari kuita zvakawanda nemari inobva kukapenta.
Kapenta fishing is done by cooperatives, big companies, and individuals alike.
Takazika kuteya kuti tema takali kuteya katita zima zvake kuti avambara kampani yavo yamatemba vari kuteya. Takazoona kuti zvakazotitolera kuyumuyumu. Takazokuumba union kwanzia ujatanzia macooperative. So takasangana macooperative akwana 4. Walino kuzvaita katanguna katiri 4, walino macooperative alino tira 22. Mwe union oyu wakuendereza yakapati kuranga maprice amatemba kusungwadzana kuti macooperative vakwanise kuregister kuitira vasungwadzwa futi kuti vape vantu vamvisisikana kuti katate mumabuilding area muzigarira matemba aruvo akuti nivajya matemba avo takwanisa kuunganidzamo and then akusambarwa kalamwe aruvo kuzvaita kasanguna bomi kwese kwakasumpuka
saka kuti titi vakasumbuka pamwe takakwanisa kuti mumakambani maindastry takakwanisa kuola zimota kuola zimatractor kule mundamba kuyakisa maofisi akuverekera so sekati kwasi yakapati.
Carpenter is a hugely important step forward, providing refrigeration-free protein to the people of Africa. A cup of dried carpenter can feed a family.
Carpenter was introduced in 1967 and 68, and this fish, you find it has brought in some big business to the Caribbean. And these carpenter rigs, they fish during the night. And you would find that they catch several tons of fish per year. And at its peak, you find Zimbabwe alone was catching 23,000 tons. But however, it dropped when we increased the number of rigs on the lake. And at the present moment, you find our catch is standing at around 10,000 tons per annum. For someone to go fishing, you would need a permit. This will remove the aspect of open access. And also, we have to conserve the fish which are in there. So we conserve it by limiting the number, and we limit the number by giving permits. Either give permits for rod and line, we give permits for gill netting, we even give permits for carpenter fishing.
The Zambezi is infested with crocodiles, hence the local name Rasambabezi, which literally means only those that know the river can bathe in it. In Mbinga, the crocodile is not just a predator, but the backbone of a big industry that employs and sustains hundreds and hundreds of families.
Business ya Ntale yenda kuti chibumba cha Ntale gachirigaga twalanga umita ubona kuti muri izirondana so twagira ati muri izronda become some we desire months. After 2 weeks tuzocheka twagira ati buri kabuto nga qualify ubujeni.
Alright.
So tunibona Ntale biriso tambonzi busianisi kuti India alumina guys.
Okay.
So tuchitaye tegwa ni physical examination. So physical examination ranges yagani ngati tegwa ni event. So anjiza utwa ngakuri chimichini ngati tamba uti India ngati becho ambwa then Indian guys. Then Ntale imvalo gogiberesya ma sensory 3. Ukunukizya mpemu smelling insight kubona na uti hearing ibumva aya ngima tubona chimichindi bantu ngaba gataze kwabona matwanta munga banga kanenge twebyasi.
Alright.
Ntale ramenya ali 68 ansira 30 then kujulira 38.
Okay.
Ntale vingomene byene menya utamani alazwa kakumena kusigirira. Then imutwe utwanda kuzoti nindamfuvu Ntale twanda utwajana chimutwe. So you see 7 times weight. So Ntale iruma kuma side mabona.
Okay.
Butwazi dabune ngontale chibana butwazi dabune yanda guri kuma engwale kumba.
Okay.
So nchumbona Ntale biri bubira mu chizi street irazaso kuti uchate muntu. So chimichindi kutumajina zakaba ubugari special kuma president kazeka grade wagari.
Alright.
Ndamba uti tuchita physical examination. So ngazeka grade. So ingi yakona ile ratio yakona is 1:5. So tukwamwa rumu jana gazi 5.
Oh, okay. Saka ndakamva kuti kokyo iri very poisonous, but vunyama ya ilikwa means chinga chiri kuikwa which part of the body?
Yeah, Ntale iraligwa inyama yonse riniri kuliko esimba katalika bali kulangula inyama yamuchira kulawo taligirali so esindu bazobona kuti tabwe chiriwopi so ichiri poisons ni mululu.
Oh, okay.
So imululu uria la acid nyingi ndoko kambo chumbona kuti intali taimyeri imena kupira so even yathola kuboko kwako anti muri mponzo mukati ndamena kupira so umululu rantula anguzo blood digestive mabonzo even chiribiye.
Being a crocodile farm was started by the Van Yelsford family around the late 1970s, early 80s, 1980s. From there, it has grown up to be a very big entity. We are talking of 200 employees now as we speak. And so when you talk of 200 employees, we talk of like, let's say an average of five people per family. So we're talking of more than 1,000 people are benefiting from this farm directly in terms of wages and salaries. As a nation, we are also contributing immensely towards the foreign currency generation. We export our croc skins to Asia. We've got an Asian market. Our meat is going to Europe through Belgium. Now we are trying to do the value addition of our skins so that at least we get more in terms of foreign currency, which also the government is also is propagating that each manufacturer, each producer must get more of the foreign currency than to sell our skins or our meat as raw. With crocodile farming, I think in my background you are seeing some big crocs there. We call them the breeders. We get some of our eggs from breeding by ourselves in our ponds here. But the majority of our eggs, we are getting them from forestry areas and national parks areas. So we pay something like $3 an egg.
But how are these eggs collected?
Collector mayanti. Kusanguna kumantaranti. Swazuma. Nguni yachicha zemanzi.
All right.
Pesiba amikana bali uli 1 kana 2. Anoyi abalangi muchitira kuti zitayi kuri kupeka zikora zvokuti. So then vantu mwabona avaganda tamukonzi kubona kuti pali mpedzi yakanina mutara. So twasika manje twadrowa maline. So draw line draw. So twadrowa kali minga kuti kuyabantu bali waminga kuli 8 bayandula mayanti. So twadrowa maline then ezinsimba tegwa ma probes.
Okay.
So twakuyanduzya imali. So awu mulanjira mu line yako ndanjira mu line yangu ula unja kunjira mu line yako. So chitaso mubyandula mai then ali mai yakamboti kokasiko kuli loose ndo kuli loose kuti twajena kutawa kuli mai manje ni nest otula tulasiya so tola breed ere tini lila kotwa mani sika kulangula manje twaza manje tukutobereza manje tukufumba manje.
So muwe buyasa tamwaya sitoma
ikuyasa ndimi zili akuziva kuti pali manje ambonta ndamba kuti nyakuma 40 zili akuningi ma 70. So tu even wayasa 1 tabe problem ni zili yakubona kuti
alright.
But akamba experience mbiri ndamba kuti kwaba loose ngwaleka wafambana kukwisi.
In late September, early October, that's when we start to collect the eggs. When we collect the eggs, we incubate them for 2 months. That's October, November, mid-December. Mid-December, they start to hatch. Then we put them in the hatchling ponds. In the hatchling ponds, where they're supposed to be like a constant temperature in the water. So we have got boilers where we put coal and we monitor the temperatures. We are not supposed to exceed or to go under those temperatures which we have regulated. From there, they move into yearlings. After a year, we put them into what we call yearlings. From there, we transfer them, where we're now putting them under our culling crop program. That is a minimum of about 24 months. That is also a profitable period. Any month, any period after that, it becomes expensive to rear that crocodile.
Crocodiles feed on fish, but other forms of meat can be used as a substitute.
Animabona intali so zichitika ngauti animabona nyama nyingi website nyingi kokuya so tagonzi tebini so irasanguna uti yiline san test so bali ngumugeni baba experience so even kabanje atachandutika zibalu mpenta intali laluma kupya intali yanda kuiziba iziyanda.
Knowing the ways of the crocodile is knowing the river Zambezi. Because in Mbinga, only those that know the river can bath in it. That was the story of the Zambezi River, a dangerous river but with high returns.
The breams, the carpenter, and the crocodiles. Who knew Zambezi is a gold mine? Join us in the next episode as we explore more of Mbinga. I am Eldrina Mtenda. Twalumba.